Hi guys. Hi. I'm happy you could catch me live. How can I fix this? Let's see. I think this will work. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it on the chair. Hi guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out how to set up my camera. Hi. Maybe I'll just put it here. No. I'll put it like this. Okay. Hi guys. So, let me see if I can set this up better. Hi. Hi. What's up? So, I'm going to set these up so y'all can see them. This is a mulled cider candle that I got while I was down here to help me bring my future plans into realization. And I'm burning it because I feel like it. And then we also have St. Jude with us for this working. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But first I do want to say, like, the message that I've been getting. Maybe I should do the message for Twin Flames after I'm all pumped up from the freedom spell. Hey. Okay, so I have a White Claw. I feel like having a drink on my trip. Alright, I kind of wanted more people to come in for the working, but maybe we know that more people come in because the energy will get it going. The world needs it right now, but oh shit, Opa. There was a really cute foreign couple in the waves today going, Opa, when the wave would come through. I enjoyed it. And there's also a really tiny baby in the water, and the dad was like lifting it, and it was like, it was so cute. This is the best. Alright, guys. Let's just go ahead and start with a prayer, and then we'll get on to it. So, I've anointed these with tobacco cologne. Hey, what's up? Hi, Tia. Yeah, no problem. Yay. Thank you for having your singing bowl and sage. Oh, this is perfect. So, okay, so I anointed these with tobacco cologne for the ancestors because, you know, we're taking back what's ours. We're taking back our sovereignty. We're taking back our freedom. So on one of the lives, somebody suggested that I do a prayer for less government and for freedom and sovereignty for the planet. And it's funny because I had already been planning to do a freedom and sovereignty working. I'm sorry, 1 second. That toilet, every time I'm doing something spiritual, that toilet starts going off for no reason. 1 second. What in the hell? It hasn't been as bad as the first day, man. The first day that I came down here, I literally was like getting abducted, and there was like spirits in the corners, and I was like, everywhere I looked, shit was like flying around. Like, it's not as bad, but it's still fucking haunted as shit. But like, it's just between dimensions. Hey, okay. So yeah, so I had already decided I wanted to do a freedom working because excuse me, where I am in the world, there is more bodily autonomy and more freedom than where I live or where a lot of people live. So, and I particularly was upset and disturbed by not being able to send anything to my Australian and New Zealand clients because I do have a couple Australian and New Zealand clients who I have not been able to get any of their items to because they've shut off the post, and it's just ridiculous because I can tell you right now that the mail has nothing to do with it will not poorly affect your influence from the outside world, outside of your space, being fucking tyrannical, is not going to hurt you. It's going to help you, which is exactly why they've cut off posts. Which is why I said on my story, I was like, I think it's really sweet that they're kicking people while they're down and while they're facing the harshest lockdowns they've seen this entire time. They're going to fucking cut off the mail. So that really set me over the edge and pissed me the fuck off. So now we're doing this. Hello. What's up, Madison? Hi, guys. Okay, so yeah, so we're doing this for freedom and sovereignty, liberty, justice, and truth. We want to do this with, I want to call upon the angels, I want my warriors, but I want any benevolent spirits who want to come. But I'm specifically going to be calling on some of my angels, and yeah, and the people I have doing this with me, we have 4 candles, you see. It's interesting because I do have a twin flame message that I want to share at the end of the working. And it's interesting because it's like the 4 of Wands, and there are 11 likes right now. So it's like we have 4 people. It's me, Jessica, Danica, and Sarah S. So thank you guys so much for joining me. These are longtime clients of mine. These are very powerful beings. And I'm very grateful that they have decided to share their energy with us for this working. And although each of them are doing this working for their own individual needs, each of them also is a huge light to the collective. And I'm just grateful for them doing it with me. So shout out to you guys. Cheers again. All right, let's start. Benevolent guides, guardian. Oh, wait, guys, before we start, I want everybody to put an invisibility cloak on yourself. Put a protection shield and an invisibility cloak on yourself now. I'm going to do it over myself, the live, and the candle working. Perfect. I feel like it just got quieter. It just got more still. All right. Let me get some of this. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, ball and God source. I humbly come to you today saying thank you for all the fucking blessings that you have bestowed upon me and my family and my friends and my clients. And I am so grateful that you've bestowed so many blessings on me that I'm able to share them with the collective and share them with other clients as well. So I humbly start out by saying thank you for everything. Secondly, we come to you today as a bleeding, hurting, dying but refusing to die planet. Our planet is suffering. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to take everything from us. They're trying to strip our God-given rights, our personal freedoms. Freedom and sovereignty are not something that can be taken or given. They just are. It's something we're born into. We want to be able to just be ourselves without judgment. We want control over our bodies and bodily autonomy without judgment, shame, or persecution. This body is mine. My body, my choice. What I choose for it is a private, and it's nobody else's business. We take back the systems, these broken systems that have held us down for so long. We take them back. I just want to spread out, get on my knees. These broken systems that have held us down for so long, we take them back, Lord. We're taking them back now. We have slowly been taking them back, and we ask to continue to take them back. For every single person on this planet who is being downtrodden, who is being tread on, every single person who is being forced, any single person who is in the energy of lack of choice, lack of love, lack of sovereignty, lack of freedom, we send this energy out to them now. We pray, God, that you heal them. Give them the strength. Give them the strength to stand up for what is right. Give them the strength to find the freedom and sovereignty within themselves. Make their voices loud, make their voices heard, protect them and shield them. We are going into battle, Source, but you already know that it's a battle that's been waging for years and years, since 2012. You already know it. But we're going into some of the worst and most difficult, most challenging, most filth-ridden parts of this battle that we are facing. We've been facing since 2020, and we continue to face them. We're assuming until 2023 to 2024, and that's okay with us. But in order for us to move through this peacefully, healthily, and gaining the most out of life, we come to you now, please. I come to you on my knees, begging for sovereignty, begging for freedom, begging for liberty, begging for justice for the planet. And begging isn't even the right word, Source, because I already know that it already is. I come here as an ambassador for freedom, an ambassador for liberty, an ambassador for truth, an ambassador for sovereignty, an ambassador for bodily autonomy. We do not consent. We will scream it time and time again. We do not consent. Freedom is ours. Let freedom ring like the bells of the angels. And please, for those of us who do have more freedom and sovereignty, please allow us to be the light through which those struggling in tyranny, those change makers, those people on the right side of history who refused to comply to bullshit. Let us, who are in these places, we have more to give. Let our light shine for them in order for them to pull themselves and their communities out of this evil. I pray all of this to you on my knees today, God, knowing that it's already done, knowing that it's already perfect, knowing that this is all just extra, but that it is appreciated extras. And I pray all of this. I pray that I simply be a messenger of the divine, nothing more, nothing less. I pray that you work through me, Source. Work through me in this working and allow me to be the channel through which all of this flows. We already know it is. So mote it be. We ask, please, that all of this be for the highest and greatest good of humanity, the highest and greatest good of the universe, and the highest and greatest good of any and all who encounter this working, the highest and greatest good of the planet. Amen, Rashe, Namaste, by the power of three, so mote it be, always works, always a blessing. Ashe. And we pray that on this Thursday, under the Jupiter transits that we are working right now, under the planetary transits, we pray, Jupiter, we already know you will. We ask that you expand this. Let this cover the entire globe. Let this cover the entire universe. I want everyone to feel touched by the love of this light that we're working right now. Jupiter, make it big, big, big. Please, you know I love you and I know you love me. I'm wrong. I pray this in my name, because I am God. This is a holy smoke incense, Native American holy smoke incense. So I'm just going to go ahead and light this. Because our ancestors that came before us were tread on. And they're not going to let the same thing happen to us. I promise you that. They didn't die for us just to go through the same bullshit. I promise you. Promise you that. Alright, and now this one is, we have 7 chakras to work with each of the chakra channels in healing. And then I also have a midnight incense that is to keep this cloaked, to keep this working cloaked. So I like this midnight incense to keep this working cloaked. All right, I need to put these outside. Okay. All right, now we're going to do some singing bowl. And with the sound of the singing bowl, we're going to invite all of our benevolent spirits, especially our benevolent warrior spirits, all of our benevolent warrior spirits, this bell working benevolent warrior spirits of justice, truth, and freedom, this is for you. Come on down, baby. The earth needs you. If you aren't already here, this is your invitation. Please come. Okay. A baby just walked by outside, which I feel like is a really good sign. I love babies. Excuse me. I'm really sorry I burped. That was probably fucked up. So sorry. Should have kept my mouth shut. Spirit, we say thank you for all the work we just did. We say thank you for all the energy we just moved. We say thank you in advance. And we know that peace and love, unity consciousness, as well as source consciousness have swept over the earth and covered it in its divine light. It is written, it is done, and we have just helped it along the way to be a little less painful and a little more powerful, a little more courageous and sovereign. And we say thank you for that, Source. Amen. Ra Ashe Namaste. By the power of three, Samone Be. Always works, always a blessing. What's up, guys? What'd you think? Amazing. I'm glad you liked it. An ice cream truck just passed by you. That's funny. Bless you. I love this chill vibe. Good, I'm glad. We're chilling. You're so welcome. Amen. Alright, guys. Now let's do this twin flame message that I'm really thinking about. So, what's up? I'm so glad you feel like you have wings. That's probably your angelic self. That was beautiful. My friend and I did my bowl with you. Amazing. Thank you. All right, guys. By the light of my candles, I'll tell you my twin flame secrets. Just got off the phone with your twin. Nice. How is your relationship with your twin? Are you guys in union? Are you just friends? What's going on with that? Can't wait to be free from this place. Ugh, I'm so sorry that you are trapped. Speaking of freedom, you're in union. Congratulations. I know it's not even easy once you're in union. It's storming here, and when you started your prayer, the sun came out until you finished your prayer, and then the storm came back. That's amazing. Thank you so much for telling me that, because I'm a weather witch, and I be changing the weather, but nobody notices because I live alone and I do everything alone. So, like, I be changing the weather over here, and nobody, there's never anyone to tell. He just came back after running. Nice. Don't think you've met your twin. Been in separation for more than 2 years. Reach out to him today. Damn. Oh my god, that's amazing. Mine's poopy, and when you burp, someone said hey to me. I'm really sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that as soon as I burped, I was like, shouldn't have done that. It was so beautiful. You changed the weather in Australia. Oh! Okay, well that's even better, because I'm trying to send all this to Australia. That makes me want to cry, because it's like I brought the sun out. I did it. And let me tell you, actually, when the Amazon was burning, me and two of my friends, unfortunately, I've lost one of them. Like, not lost, but I've lost her to a really pushy Jesus church. But she's a powerful witch, and my other friend who's a powerful witch, we made it rain over the Amazon forest, and we had been checking, like, I still have the receipts, because remember when all this started with that big sacrificial burning? You're so powerful, never doubt yourself. Thank you. Separation sucks, and sometimes twins don't ever get in union. Yeah, okay. So that is something I want to talk about. So the point of being on a twin flame journey is to come into union. Coming into union with your twin, but coming into union with yourself. Coming into union with your divine masculine and your divine feminine energies. One of my best friends right now, Karen, is in full-blown union with her twin, and it hasn't been easy, okay? So since they came into physical union, she's had a ton of, first of all, the first day they came into physical union, she was deathly ill, and no one could tell her why. Like, she went to the walk-in, you know, it's just viral, they were saying, but it was like hit out of nowhere and lasted forever. I mean, it was a bug, whatever, but it was definitely because she came in. I believe that getting sick is your DNA upgrading and evolving, and I believe that's why they're trying to prevent people from getting sick, because I think they don't want us to evolve, so they're trying to devolve us through the you-know-what, and it's not working either, because nature will always find a way, and people will evolve even within the circumstances that they're presenting before us. But anyway, so she got super ill, and like physically ill for a couple days, and he ended up having to take care of her. And then after she had her fit, so with her, everything in her life is very physical. Like she's got some health stuff that she has to work through. She has family members that are, you know, that she has responsibilities around health for. Her twin has a lot of physical stuff as well. My things that me and my twin are working through are a lot more mental. It's like mental health, not the physical health, right? It's more trauma based, more mental trauma, less physical trauma. So then her twin ended up having horrible body aches for like 2 weeks, but these body aches led him to finding his purpose, like what his next step was. So it's not even all rainbows and butterflies when you come into union. And now that he's back, she's been pining for him for like the last like 2 years. She's already sick of him. She's like, Nikki, we're probably gonna go into separation again. And she's like, and we might just keep going in and out of separation for like the rest of our lives, because she's like, there are times when I can't stand him and there are times when he can't stand me. But like the point of having a twin flame is to come into union, and basically I think it's like you come in and out of union several times before you get it right. And for some people that's not the case, but for some people that is the case. So just because you're in separation doesn't mean that literally fucking 10 years down the line, you know, shit like that happens. You always hear about shit like that, like, oh, it was just the wrong place, like wrong time in my life, and then we met each other, we were older and everything was better, you know. And it really had me thinking too about like freedom. So I'm here on this trip alone, and I was scared like to be by myself for a lot of reasons, because like I have my family in my ear being like, that's dangerous, you can't do that. And then I have like my own fears in my ear, and then, you know, I have like society like, don't travel, and like there's just a lot of fear right now. And so I was scared when I got here, and I've had to process that fear, but I've had to process it alone. I've done a lot of work since I've been here, a lot of work on myself. It's like every fucking day is a DNA upgrade, but also every day is like a vacation, so that's cool too. But it's like, it made me real, and I channeled before I came here, I channeled that I was coming into union with myself, coming into union with my divine masculine and divine feminine energies. And it's like, it really does feel that way. And basically, the couple of things that I realized today was like, when we're not getting what we need from our twin, so like a lot of people are like myself, where they're either in complete like no contact separation with their twin, or they're in contact with their twin, but their twin is not where they want them to be, right? And also not in union. So not in union, but because like you can be in union and your twin's not where you want them to be, but I'm talking about like separated and your twin's not stepping up. And I had to say to myself, this feels a lot like when I was in an abusive relationship and I was alone but not alone. It's fucking sad, it's lonely, it's restrictive, it's confined. It's like you don't have the freedom and sovereignty to be yourself or to be single, but you're also not getting what you need in your relationship. So you're essentially just trapped. You're a slave to this relationship. And that clicked for me, because my twin, yeah, maybe, and I also realized I'm living way too much in the future. Divine feminines, we are either if you're in separation right now, you're either way too far in the future or you're way too far in the past. And I'm not saying like that's why you're in separation, but a lot of times when separation is painful, it's because you're not being in the present moment, okay? You're not being in the present. So when your separation hurts so bad, it's because you can see your future, or you're hurting over the past. And it's about coming, like this whole trip has made me realize it's about coming into the present with myself. Because like for me, I was with my abuser for a couple years because, he'd tell me no one will ever love you. You'd be alone forever. Your family doesn't love you. Nobody wants you, this and that. And after a while, you start to believe that. But then I thought of like when I was out at the beach today having the best fucking time, thinking like, I don't need somebody to share this with. You know who I'm sharing this with? I'm sharing this with me. And I just realized today how much I've been sleeping on myself. Because I booked a fucking resort for myself, and it took me the first half of the week to even realize that I'm sitting on a bar. I'm sitting on a fucking whole ass several restaurants. I'm sitting on a convenience store. Like, look at my fucking view. Like, the fucking, like, this is some shit, man. I fucking did this for myself, and I realized, like, yo, like, I did not have faith in myself. I did not trust myself as much as I should have, and I didn't even realize how good I did for myself, because everyone was in my ear, including me, telling me, this is a bad idea, this is a bad idea. No, this was the best idea. This was the literal best idea. And I just realized I've been sleeping on myself. I've been doubting myself. I've been doubting my spirit. I already set plans for the future. Me being all freaked out in the in-between is a problem, because it's going to mess up my future manifestations. So I better get in the present, and I better be happy with what I have in the present. And if I'm not, I better make myself happy with what I have in the present and fix it. So I just realized I've been sleeping on myself. If I've been sleeping on myself, of course my twin is going to sleep on me. And then I had an interaction that just didn't sit right. It felt disrespectful. And I said, Nikki, what the fuck are you doing? Especially because I am so good at setting boundaries with men, especially. Like, I mean, I'm not as good at setting boundaries with men. But when I set a boundary, it's like a hard boundary, because I know in my experience I've always had my boundaries pushed because I'm a people pleaser and people take advantage of that. But I've learned at this point in my life that the boundaries I set with men have to be hard and clear. And so during this Mercury retrograde, I had multiple people come back into my life apologizing about pushing my boundaries and respecting the boundaries that they set. Multiple men, okay? And respecting the boundaries I set for myself, because their behavior was inappropriate. Why do I feel like I can't tell my fucking twin that his behavior is inappropriate? That's a huge red flag. If I would not accept this behavior, this communication, this kind of disrespect from another man, why the fuck am I taking it up the ass from my twin? There's literally no reason. There's no reason for it. So that I had that realization too. And then when I did that, it was like all the karma was cleared. It was like any cords that were attaching us, they just fell away. I didn't even have to cut them. I didn't have to tie them. I literally came into union with myself and said, yeah, I deserve better than this. And that's not me saying I deserve better than you forever. That's me saying current you in this moment cannot hang out with me in my present moment, because in my present moment, you're bringing me down, you're lowering my vibration, and you're being disrespectful, and I do not accept that. I'm not saying fuck you forever, I'm saying fuck you right now. Because right now, you're not showing me you could be a husband. Right now, you're not showing me we could have a future. Right now, you're not showing me you could love me. Right now, you're not showing me that if I was like fucking like in sickness and health, right? Right now, you're not showing me that, God forbid, something horrible happens to me, that you're going to take care of me for the rest of my life. So fuck you. And when you can get yourself into that energy, then you can be back in my present. But in my present moment, I'm vibrating a little too high for whatever it is forward. It's up to him. But I've talked about this on lives before. I've talked about this on the Twin Flame Live when Spirit gave me that message coming back from the beach one time, the beach that I planned to get married at. I was coming back from the beach and it was trafficy out and there were these two motorcycles, okay? I always come back to this story. I have so many Twin Flame friends in my life. I always come back to this story because it was the perfect depiction that Spirit gave me. So I was stuck in traffic and there was this really cool couple. They were on motorcycles and like the dude had like a really cool like leaned back like fucking like chopper with like the big fucking handlebar things, and the girl had like a rice rocket and she was like zooming through. And so the traffic obviously put a damper to their fun. But what I noticed about those people is the female, the divine feminine, she made the moves. She decided what lane they were going to get in. She stayed in front, okay? She was the leader. He, the divine masculine, he fell back. So, and I've heard this about divine feminine and divine masculine traits. The divine feminine energy is, she leads, she guides the way. The divine masculine energy supports, because the divine feminine is the as above. The divine masculine is the so below, grounding it into reality. The feminine leads, the masculine supports. So I'm watching them, and she changes lanes very quickly, and she goes, and he's just super chill, and he just like hangs back and changes lanes, but no matter where she goes, he follows. And do you know what Spirit said to me? Spirit said to me, that's how it's supposed to be. Because if he was in front of her, speeding along, taking, taking control, leading the way, who would protect her? If she felt, isn't the divine masculine the protector, right? If she fell off, God forbid something happened, God blind leading the blind, and he just might leave you, and he turns around, and the fucking motorcycle is dipped, and you're gone, right? So like, it just made so much sense to me. And then after traffic started back up, it's like, and I know some people aren't gonna like to hear that because I'm talking about divine masculine and divine feminine traits, but just know I'm not fucking talking about gender and anything like that. I could fucking care less, but I know that there's, there's always going to be that person that's like, excuse me, but if you know me, you know that's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying there's a certain energetic force connected to these traits. But anyway, so yeah. Once traffic started up again, it was the same thing. It was like she was leading and he was hanging back. And I think I said this in the live that got removed. That was a really powerful live that would have helped a lot of people, which is why it got removed. But that's the conclusion I've drawn. I'm going to keep going full steam ahead in my life. I'm going to let my divine masculine trail a little bit behind me and fucking do what he's got to do, and he can make a choice. I'm going to keep moving forward, whether it's with him for the next, like I said, maybe it's gonna take him fucking 10 years to get his shit together. I don't know. All I know is the point of being a twin is to come together, and I'm gonna do everything to take care of me. And I know that when I'm taking care of me, the rest is taken care of. I know that when I'm following my spirit, the rest is taken care of. Also, my suggestion to you guys would be big spell. One big spell, one big meditation, one big something, like journaling. Set your future. Write your future with your twin. Set it and be done with it. Then be done. That's it. If you believe in yourself, you believe in source, and you believe in your twin, then it already is, right? Stop yelling at everyone for a minute. Archangel Michael, he's sending me sirens to clarify for you. Nice. Archangel Michael has been with me this entire time. Censorship, they are silencing you. Yeah. They tried to tell me that I was nude. They told me the reason they took anyone on that fucking video. Can you guys see me? It's saying that, like, my live's struggling. I still remember when the live came down because of copyright of something untrue, right? Someone said, yo, they're legit cutting everything that you're saying. Yeah. Conveniently, when I'm talking about that, my live is like flickering on and off. Yup. It's just like, it's so obvious. It's just so obvious. Anything else, guys? That's it. I'm just gonna get going. Fucking go dance at the beach. I danced so hard at the beach. I danced really hard at the beach last night. Probably because it says freedom. How dare us be free? How dare us? You're so welcome. I'm just the messenger. Anything else? Probably gonna get going. Watch you start talking about a cupcake and the live becomes crystal clear. When did you start your spiritual awakening, or were you always on this path? I probably started in like college, and then when I was with my ex, he really was like very spiritually abusive, so I let it go, but I picked it back up in 2018, and that's when all this shit started. that's when Duchess Divinity was born. How old am I? I'm 29. Getting up there in age. I had the same realization as you for my twin. It's crazy. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like it was an energetic shift. Like I feel like something changed. And I feel like I know a lot of twins who are like struggling to get to that shift. Is Florida water? Yeah, this is Florida water and tobacco cologne for the ancestors. Yeah, I have nearly finished my Saturn return. Thank the Lord. I'll be done with my Saturn return in February. I kicked off mine with a nearly accidentally killing myself with like a near-death experience. I literally had like an astrological reading, like, I don't know, like the next week that I had booked for myself like months in advance. And she was like, I'm actually really glad you booked it for this time because you just started your Saturn return. And I was like, that would explain why I almost just died. And she was like, yes, it would. She's great. Starseed Witch. But I'm super tired. I just got exhausted and hungry, so I need to eat something. And, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for everybody who shared your energy. I deeply appreciated your focus on traffic victims. It's a focus of mine too, so it's reassuring. Healers are working on that too. Literally all last summer, all I did was go to the beach and pray for the human trafficked people. Like, that's literally all I did. I'd go in the water and I'd pray for the human trafficked children. Can I just be friends with my twin flame? I'm kind of over the romance bit. I want deep platonic love and to understand what that's like first. Yeah, actually my shaman, he's married to his soulmate, but has a deep platonic relationship with his twin. So I don't see why not. Everyone's journey is different. Coming into union doesn't necessarily mean fucking getting married and having kids. I mean, for some people it does, but everyone's journey is different, you know? I'm gonna go though, because I'm fucking starving. I'm gonna cook myself some nachos and maybe make myself a smoothie. Alright, I love you guys. I'll talk to you. Bye. What's up, Pragya? I gotta go though.